Hey folks, welcome back to Pokémon Y. We're here on Route 3, Ouvert Way. So, in keeping with the use of French terms for these little route names, Ouvert is French for open, and it sort of kind of matches the theme of the route, because this is the first route that isn't a dungeon, with a little more non-linearity, and it'd be a little weird to call a forest open. So it is a very, very small amount of non-linearity, but it is there. So take from it what you will. So there's Shauna focusing on relationships. Serena went off and focused on battling. Tierno is interested in how Pokemon move, which is a little more general than dancing. And I don't even remember whichever ones. Probably complete the Pokedex or something. He's a nerd. So Route 3 here. This is a little bit step up in difficulty from Santalune Forest, because now we don't have Shauna with us to heal whenever we want. So we're going to have to actually keep an eye on our HP and keep it topped off in these last couple trainer fights. On the other hand, these trainer fights aren't too tough. We've got a level 2 Caterpie. It's not too dangerous. I really should have talked to Shauna and healed up completely before I left the forest, but I neglected to do so. Anyway, you can see I'm favoring Vivi a little bit in these fights, using her more than I'm using Robin. There is a reason for that. Robin's going to have an opportunity to get a lot of experience coming up soon, and I do want Vivi to get to a certain level before that. Again, if you are well-versed in how I like to do things in Pokemon games, you may be able to foresee what I have planned. Anyway, Zuriel here. There are things that have happened with Azuriel, but they don't really come into play right now, so we'll address them at a later date. But Azuriel has changed. Ooh, this one has a Pichu. Here's some Dark Souls style lore for you. Pichu can't be found in the wild around here. You can only find Pikachu, which leads me to believe that this kid got her Pichu from her parents. Her mom or dad or other parental figure or guardian probably had a Pikachu that had a kid, and that's this Pichu. That's my super deep Vati Vidya style analysis of Pokemon Y. Thank you for watching. Alright, so the little bit of non-linearity that I mentioned... Ooh, hello. Little bit of non-linearity that I mentioned. You can either head straight to Santalune City right there, or you can hop down this ledge or just walk around and fight a couple more trainers. Openness. Ouvert. I suppose now would be a good time to point out, I don't speak French. I've never spoken French. I took a couple lessons on Duolingo, but there's no French in my body, and so I will not be pronouncing most French things correctly, not even by whatever the French equivalent of a Bakugaijin is standards. I don't know the principles of French pronunciation other than, in general, you don't pronounce things. Anyway, here we face our most formidable foe yet, Bidoof. The ultimate in first round normals. The most powerful, the most dangerous. Truly a sight to behold. Quake in fear. I mean, that was a close match. Like, it's not even pretending, that was a close match. That was significantly more difficult than those level 2 Caterpies we were fighting. Got a super potion. Don't need a potion so potent just yet, but it's nice to have. And I'm gonna use a potion, speaking of which. Oh, that's not the potion, that's not the bag, that's the Pokédex. We'll worry about that later. Alright, I think this is our last one, yes. So, the final-ish boss of the area, if you could call it that, is a schoolboy with the 3 Pan Monkeys. You've got Pan Sage, Pan Seer, and Pan Poor. Oh man. Now, based on the levels, I'm guessing that the Pan Monkeys don't have any of their elemental attacks. But I haven't memorized their level progression, so just to be safe, I am going to switch over to Robin for this Panseer. I don't want an unfortunate ember to befall Vivi. Anyway, this Play Nice move appears to just be a repackaged Growl, so I'm not too worried about that. And it appears to not really be using anything else. I do know that his intro dialogue there was, in order to know a move, you must use it. So I guess he really wants to know how Play Nice works. To the exclusion of all other moves. And there's our Panpour. So in my Black and White series, I did complain at length about kind of the overuse of the Pan Monkeys in those games. How when... Oh, hey, you're actually attacking. How when it seemed like the game designers just couldn't think of a lot of interesting encounters, so they would just throw in trainers who had all of the Pan Monkeys, and it's like, hey, use different types of Pokemon to work with different type matchups. And it was just kind of a lazy filler trainer design. They're definitely less abused in here, and since we're still sort of in a tutorial section, I'm okay with a guy who has all 3 dishing them out. Not that I used any of those elemental advantages. And that wraps up Route 3, and we are here in Santalune City. It's got some great peppy music. Now, there's a lot to see here in Santalune, including a clothing shop and a gym and a route over to the east and all sorts of other goodness. but we are going to save that for the next episode. But one last thing before we wrap up, we have a little mini cutscene here in the Pokemon Center. Tierno will tell us how to use the Pokemon Center and all of its various facilities. You can heal, you can store, and you can go to the store all in one convenient location. It's neat. It's nothing new though. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.